What is the name of a regular quadrilateral?
What does, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, because not everybody has an Aunt Sally. What that all means?
Oh God, it's been so long since I've done this.
What is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle?
Welcome to Three Bald Math Guys. In this segment, we're doing something a little bit different. It's called Math on the Street, where we are outside talking to people, asking them questions about math and trying to see what it is that they know or don't know about mathematics. If you want to be part of this segment, just drop us a line at threebaldmathguys.com or threebaldmathguys@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you. And if we happen to be in your neighborhood, hopefully we can get you on the show for Math on the Street. So enjoy this episode of Three Bald Math Guys. So welcome to Math on the Street, Three Bald Math Guys. We're going to try to find some people here who know something about math, or maybe they don't. We'll see what happens. I see a couple guys coming down the street. No way, they don't know anything about math. Let's find out. Hey, guys, got a second? Hey, we're doing this podcast called Three Bald Math Guys. You guys interested in answering some questions about math in general? We won't put you on the spot. We won't try to embarrass you, or maybe.
As long as it's questions under 20, because I only got 10 fingers and 10 toes, so.
10 fingers, 10 toes?
Yep, that's all I can count to, so. But yeah, let's go for it.
All right, how about you?
Yeah,
Okay.
might as well. Let's do it.
All right. Okay, we'll see what we got right here. Okay, so fellas, so here's your first question. So if you remember in math, you always had a lot of formulas, right?
Yep.
Okay, so one at a time. So which is the formula that you remember the most about?
The Pythagorean theorem: a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Wow, really? Hey, who put this guy out here? Are you a math teacher or something like that?
I am, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Like what kind of math do you teach?
Pre-algebra, 8th grade math.
8th grade math. Those 8th graders, they don't know anything, do they? So what's the best thing about being an 8th grade math teacher?
That they think they know everything.
Don't they now? Just like us math teachers, we think we know everything, right? Yeah. That's
Right.
a good one. Okay, well, how about you? What do you remember about math?
I would like to say a squared plus b squared equals c squared as well, because I'm a carpenter, so I use that actually in the field that I work in.
Really? Where did these guys come from? This is not math on the street. Yeah, we put these guys out here. What's up with that? Okay, so next thing I have for you, for both of you, what's your greatest fear about not knowing something about math? So what that is, if there's a math question out there and you don't know the answer, what's the greatest fear that you have about not knowing the answer?
Not knowing how to answer. That's all I got. I don't know.
I would say in my field, if I mess up a math equation, or I add too much or subtract too much, it could be detrimental to a house that I'm building or something like that. So I think math is important to be able to find the right steps to get to the equation. So that's probably my biggest fear, is if I mess up, then it could be detrimental to the structure of a house or something.
All right, one last question. For those of you, or for you two guys, obviously you're part of this podcast, Three Bald Math Guys. So what would you recommend for us as Three Bald Math Guys to be able to kind of look at as far as maybe a next episode or things like that? What do you think?
I say it's a great idea to put people on the spot, everyday people, to see how they, actually interpret their math, education into their everyday life. And obviously we see that we're not as good as math as we thought we did. We passed it with good grades and stuff, but I'd say continue to practice your math. And I think obviously if something like this occurs, then hopefully next time I can answer it for you.
How about you, math teacher?
Maybe I need to go back to the books and study a little more.
It never hurts. It never hurts. Sometimes crack open the calculator, crack open something else with that to help you out, and we'll see what happens when we get to the next piece.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Ma'am, miss, would you like to answer some questions about math today?
Sure.
You want to participate? All right, I'm going to ask you about some geometry. Do you remember geometry from growing up? Kind of shapes and figures and angles and things of that nature? Okay, so what did the acorn say when he grew up? He said, "Gee, I'm a tree." That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. All right, here's your first geometry question. What is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle?
180 degrees.
Ooh, bingo! Bingo! High fives. Nailed it. Okay, tough one. What is the mathematical name for a regular quadrilateral?
A rectangle?
Ooh, close. It's actually a square. Better luck next time. Continue on your walk and enjoy the rest of your day. Here we go. We got another one. Sir? Sir? Hey. Hi. I'm Jordan. I'm with the Three Bald Math Guys.
Alan, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too. Do you care to answer a couple questions about math today?
I don't care. Let's do it.
Okay. So thinking back to high school, junior high, college, whatever you want to think back to, what is the formula, the mathematical formula that sticks out to the most to you in your brain?
Y equals mx plus b.
Y equals mx plus b. That's a good one. Do you know what that means?
No, I do not.
Okay, that's a slope intercept form. That's how we graph a line. Okay, that's our first y equals mx plus b, by the way. Congratulations on being the first. This is a good question that we asked before. What is the name of a regular quadrilateral?
The square.
That's exactly right. It is a square.
Okay.
4 sides, quadrilateral. Yeah.
Question with a question.
This
I know how to do
this guy is on top of it. Okay, so the branch of math that you enjoyed the most growing up.
Who didn't really like math, but I probably have to say algebra.
Algebra. Okay. So if we had 3x plus 4 equals 12, what would our answer be?
Yeah, 3x plus 4 equals 12. Yeah, 4 minus 12 is 8. 3 times, what is it, 2?
2? Yeah, that's 8/3. It's close enough. So, Alan, thank you for your time today. Thanks for joining us on Three Bald Math Guys. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button.
All right, welcome, guys. This is Math on the Street with Professor Detson. Excuse me, ma'am. How are you doing today? Hey, we're doing Math on the Street. Just asked you a few math questions. Would you be willing to participate with us here?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so I got a first question for you is, so I see that you are with child. Could you tell me how many months before you will have your child?
I have 2.5 months left.
2.5 months. And what percentage would that be based on how many months the duration should be?
Like 66%?
66%?
I think.
Very good. You were looking at, what was the fraction you were looking at?
I'm 2/3 of the way there.
2/3 of the way there. Very, very good. 66%. All right. One last thing for you here. So if I were to ask you about mean, median, and mode, which value is the value that sits right in the middle?
The median.
The median sits in the middle. Perfect job. She did great here. And hey,
About that?
and good luck with your child bring into this world. And it looks like you're going to be prepared. And you will also maybe have a middle child?
Ooh.
No? Or is this your first?
Start with number 1.
Okay, start with number 1. Well, good luck to you, ma'am. And thank you very much for being part of Three Bald Math Guys.
What? Right here. There's a guy right here. Let me go grab this other guy. I think this guy looks smart. I think he is. Let's chat. Let's find out. Let's see what he knows. Hey, sir. Sir, would you mind answering some questions about math, just general math questions for Three Bald Math Guys? We're doing a little podcast here.
Sure.
Would you?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's awesome. Your name is?
Tanner.
Tanner?
Yeah.
Tanner, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
My name's Professor Rob.
Oh,
great to meet you.
Rob.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You're very fancy, Professor.
Well, yeah, we go formal. We like to party a little bit, and
Understand.
then we always really like to have a good time, and that's always the goal.
Really, definitely. That's why we do math.
Yeah, absolutely. So some general questions. So when you were growing up and going to school, what was that math formula that you just remembered all the time, and for whatever reason you always remembered it?
The math formula I would always remember, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, always stuck out to me. That being said, math was never my strongest suit, so I did not use it probably as much as I should have.
A squared plus b squared equals c squared. What, do you just pick those letters out of the air?
Yeah, pretty much, actually. I don't really don't really have any idea about math, to be completely honest.
I appreciate your honesty. It's,
that's right.
That's fair. So I guess let's ask this next one here. So if you were walking down the street and you came up to a regular octagon, what would you do? Actually, let's put it this way. You were driving down the street and you came up to a regular octagon. What would you do?
Probably stop the car, for starters. I wouldn't want to run into said octagon. Is it like an MMA octagon, or like, should I be concerned for my safety in this scenario? Or
Great question. Great question. So why did you say that you were going to stop? Did you know what it is that a regular octagon is?
yeah, it's a polyhedron with 8 sides.
Wow,
Right.
That's awesome.
One word.
A polyhedron with 8 sides, which is also known as a
Octagon.
on the street. It's also known as a
Stop sign?
perfect. Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so now here's our last question that we've got for you. So we're using order of operations. Okay, so remember what order of operations were? There was a little phrase.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
That's how you remembered it?
Yeah.
No, there are other phrases that I guess were used for that, but we'll go with that one.
Okay.
Okay. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So could you explain to us what does please excuse my dear Aunt Sally? Because not everybody has an Aunt Sally. What that all means?
Yeah, it's parentheses. Oh God, it's been so long since I've done this. Parentheses. Oh God, I can't remember what then multiplication.
Exponents.
Exponents. Oh God, yeah. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's what PEMDAS is, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
What was the
So-
phrase you used then? What did you?
Please excuse my dumb blank students.
Oh, well, I was one of those students, so that's why I didn't understand it. See, I didn't know it was named after us. Explains a lot, though.
Well, yeah. Like I said, there's other phrases that it's used for, but that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so one last question. So again, this is Three Ball Math Guys, our podcast, threeballmathguys.com. So what suggestions would you have for us maybe in the future for future types of things? This is called Math on the Street. And any suggestions that you might have for something that we could do?
I would love to see you guys tackle some like 5th graders homework one day. Like sit down, get out the worksheets, and let's go through it. Let's get the whiteboard and let's see you go through a 5th grader's homework. I think that'd be a great time.
Oh, awesome suggestion. We'll have to do that. We'll get that as one of our suggestions. If you have any suggestions, go to threeballmathguys.com, contact us, send us an email. Tanner, thank you very much for participating today.
Thank you for having me. I love it, and keep doing what you're doing.
Great. Thanks again. Again, threeballmathguys.com. That's it for Math on the Street.
Math.